Okay, so...
Right, so you're saying for us, let me just remind myself, you're saying a Christian king who later became Muslim helped non-Muslims at the time?
Exactly, so once this was related to the king, he was in tears, and he said, your religion and my religion, there's not much difference. We come from the same origin. And yeah, the first helpers of the Muslims was a Christian king.
So because of the similarities, he just had to conclude that it came from the same source.
Exactly, and he was just moved by this account of Jesus.
Okay, so people in Medina were happy and safe. What happened to the guys in Mecca?
The guys in Mecca, this was a difficult time. Because those small group of Muslims that went to Abyssinia, there were some that were left back in Mecca. And they were forced into a 3-year boycott by the Meccans. And you know what the boycott means?
I'm guessing no food, no trading.
Exactly. Basically, they had no food, no money, no business dealings, nothing.
So right? were they starving?
They were basically, and can you show me that they're safe?
Okay.
Right, they were starving, okay? Some of them were actually eating grass to live off, right? You see the stone here?
Right,
what do you do when you're hungry? You know, you sort of grab your stomach like that. But what they did, they used these huge rocks, okay? They used these huge rocks and they used to tie them to their belly like this, just to stop the hunger pangs, okay? Okay, thanks.
Like
that's right. Yeah, that's
like
right. Okay, I'm gonna get caught here. Okay, but you wanna take that? Okay, and basically, Prophet Muhammad, he himself, Prophet Muhammad himself, he had 2 stones tied to his stomach. When people were going around showing off their 1 stone tied to his belly, Prophet Muhammad himself had 2 stones.
So even a prophet, he would actually suffer like the rest of his people.
Exactly. He won't take any extra. He didn't get any. We have to make sure that we say this, that he did not get any wealth or anything from his time as a prophet. He did not get any status and such like that.
But during this boycott, I think 2 people of his close people died. Abu Talib, his uncle, and Khadija, his wife.
Exactly. This was a big blow for Muhammad, peace be upon him. Because
these people were close to Muhammad.
Exactly. Khadija was so close to him that even he was to get married later on. But he always held a special place in his heart for Khadija.
Abu Talib was his uncle, which would protect him at the initial stage of having a go at him. So by Abu Talib dying, his protection actually went.
Exactly. Abu Talib was his uncle who protected him a lot, yeah. And because he died, and he didn't die a Muslim, by the way. Even though his uncle protected him, he never died a Muslim. On his deathbed, Prophet Muhammad said to him, become Muslim, you know, you must say the Shahada. He did not, okay? And he died. He's saying, I cannot leave the religion of my fathers. Okay, and he died while he was not a Muslim. And this was a big blow for the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Oh man, I mean, me and you complain every day about this dunya, this life. But just imagine what the Prophet went through back in that day.
Exactly.
He lost his close people and he didn't complain.
Exactly. So things were just down in the dumps for the Prophet, peace be upon him. Even after this, it didn't get any better because he went to Taif, another city, wasn't it, outside of Mecca, with his close friend Zayd. And basically, there he was pelted with rocks, okay? Children would pelt him with rocks until both of them were bleeding top to bottom. So his wife just died, his uncle just died, and this happened when he's trying to spread the message. And
more humiliation. And then what happened? I think Angel Gabriel came to Muhammad.
Yeah, Angel Gabriel came to Muhammad.
And what did he say? He said, he offered him to destroy Taif.
Yeah.
The mountains and crush the city. What happened?
And Prophet Muhammad said, no, I can't. Because this was the patience of the Prophet Muhammad. He did not say, he didn't tell the angel, yeah, crush the city, destroy all of them who did this to me, who don't believe in me. Rather than that, he said, one of these days, one of these people may accept the message one day. And do you know what the population of Taif now is?
Well, I've heard it's all Muslims.
Exactly, 100% Muslim, this city, which if Prophet Muhammad told the angel to destroy it, he could have.
But it shows the wisdom of Muhammad and his patience.
Exactly,
patience.
Which we don't have today, patience. Okay, so anyway, while things were down in the dumps, things were just about to get better, right?
Well, bro, to be honest, that's too much for me to take on. I mean, look how much all the people go through, the Muslims.
Exactly.
They don't, like nowadays, if Muslims went through this, you can imagine how much violence would outbreak throughout the world of Muslims going crazy and burning stuff.
Exactly.
Look at the time of the Prophet where this happened to him, but he didn't do anything. He was humble and patient.
So, things were down in the dump. So what happened? What could have happened to reassure him now? Because he's lost everything, no one's supporting him. He's got his few followers. But what happened? This is something known as?
Are we talking about the miracle? The journey.
The night ascension and journey, right? The journey and night journey and ascension. That's the one. And this is basically when Prophet Muhammad, can we have the video for this please? This is when Prophet Muhammad went, right, from Mecca to Jerusalem, right? He was woken up in his sleep by Angel Gabriel, and he went from Mecca to Jerusalem overnight. And when he got to Jerusalem, Masjid al-Aqsa, which is why you can see so important to us, he prayed there with all the prophets from past. David, Moses, Jesus, he prayed with them, he led them in prayer here at Masjid al-Aqsa. And from there, he rose to the heavens on this magical creature from heaven. This is what is known as the Ascension. And this is where it gets all blurry, right? Because once he went there, this is where he met the Creator himself. Now, this is something which is just incomprehensible, right? He met God himself. He rose through each of the heavens, and he met each of the prophets before.
You mean prophets like Noah, Jesus?
Exactly, yeah. He met each of them at the different levels, and then he met God. And God there, this is where the command for prayer happened.
Right. Well, isn't this where he said, he gave the command for 50 prayers?
Exactly, 50. And you know how many times Muslims pray nowadays?
5.
Right? 5. We pray 5 times. So how did he get from 50 to 5? Well, Prophet Muhammad, when he went back down the heavens, he met Moses. And Moses was like, whoa, this is way too much. 50? Your people are not going to pray that much. So Prophet Muhammad kept going back to God, and they kept getting reduced from 50 to eventually it was 5.
But then surely it's not fair, because I'd rather pray 50 a day and get 50 rewards.
Exactly. That is a good point. But God said you will still get the rewards of 50 prayers, even if you pray 5 times a day. And not only that, if you do a good deed, you will get 10 deeds worth of reward for that.
So this is when the prayer was revealed to Muhammad and
Exactly. So this was immense. And when he got back, you know what happened then? Obviously, now I'm telling you this story here, and a lot of you are probably thinking, okay, is this myth?
Fairy tale, yeah.
Is this a fairy tale? What's going on here, right?
This is what the people who were time of the Prophet companions were going to think. They're going to think, this can't be true, going up to in a horse to the heavens and coming back in their night.
Exactly. I mean, there's some various, the 2 main reasons why.
But there was proof for it, wasn't it?
Exactly. What was the first proof?
I think the proof was there was a caravan outside the city.
Outside Jerusalem.
Outside Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And Muhammad was able to describe it in so much detail that the companions were like, wait, he can't know this amount of detail unless he saw it.
Exactly. Okay, so that was the first proof. He described the caravan exactly as it was. Okay, and there's no way he could have known that unless he did actually go to Jerusalem. There's a certain way he described it in. And the second, they asked his companion, Abu Bakr, one of his closest companions, the same question that, don't you think this guy's a bit crazy, I mean, he went to Jerusalem and back in one night. Okay, obviously they didn't have airplanes or anything then. How is this possible? And Abu Bakr said, you think that's a miracle? Read the Quran. This is the real miracle of Prophet Muhammad. So what is this? What is his night journey? It's nothing. So read the Quran. And this was a brilliant moment in history. Okay, and this obviously gave him hope again. And the Muslims were again happy, and they were like, okay, we've got some backup here. God's got our back.
So you can imagine the Prophet from losing his uncle to his wife, and to be humiliated in Ta'if. This would have brought his spirits up and made him...
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So, what happened now though? Now Meccans were getting a bit angry, weren't they?